Musicians, open up the studio with me real quick. If there's one thing I would say that holds musicians back the most when they're building their career, it's probably patience. This might be the one determining factor of why most musicians fail. And the reason why is because you don't know if it's going to happen or not. It messes with your head like no other. I say this because I speak from experience. The amount of patience I've had to develop over my decades of being in the industry has been immense, and I still find myself struggling with it. Roughly about 8 to 9 years ago, I got into sync licensing, and the mentor I was working with at the time that was helping coach me into it gave me probably some of the best advice I've ever been given. And through this process, I submitted to about 500 companies to get into sync licensing. That's an estimate number, I'm not sure, give or take. And I ended up signing to about 6 of them, to give you perspective. The amount of time I had to wait to get this was way beyond what I thought would take. After I finally got signed, I started building my catalog and my library. That took even longer to get placements. And through that process, my mentor said this, if you do get a placement, if you're one of the lucky souls that this happens to you, celebrate tonight. It's a great thing, huge accomplishment, but get up tomorrow, get back to work, back into the studio, and submit again. This process was the building blocks to me sitting in the chair today. I not only took that advice for my sync licensing, but I took it for building client lists and, working on other productions with other people, knowing that not everything is going to work, that sometimes it takes 100 records for one to pop off. Not to mention, I really fell in love with the process, and that's where I kept my head. I started to realize that just showing up every day was a win. And there was another thing happening. Even though I would show up and I wasn't getting the results I wanted, they were still happening. I still remember the day when my first placement came in, and that took about a whole year. After that, I kept getting them over and over and over again. However, some months were good, some months were bad. And through all this, I began to realize how important patience is. Be careful with the words that you say to yourself. Sometimes we can convince ourselves that this thing is going to happen, and when it doesn't, it completely collapses you to the point where you quit. Don't allow this to happen. Keep showing up. Over time, the momentum will start to build, but you're going to have to accept the fact that things aren't going to happen the way you want it. Stay diligent, don't quit.